What's going on, everyone? Conservative Big Dipper here. If you got a dip, pack, dip, and spit with me. Dip tobacco is not a safer alternative to cigarette, vape, nicotine, or any tobacco or nicotine product. If you are the age of 18 or under 18, we do not recommend that you dip, smoke, vape, or use any tobacco or nicotine product. If you are the age of 21 or older, then you can dip, smoke, vape at your own risk. Mileage may vary. We are not sponsored nor endorsed by any dip tobacco company, product, or any YouTubers that you may see or hear in this video or this live stream today. So pack, dip, and spit with me. We're going to do a reaction of Lucky Dipper 92 doing a Grizzly dip review. And I haven't done one of these in a long time because, first of all, when it comes to doing a reaction to people's lives, you got to be very careful with how you handled this because some people may or may not like that you're reacting to their videos, and sometimes you need like permission to show the actual video. So that's kind of why I only do the audio, but I can watch it and see what's happening. But I will describe to you somewhat, or you can hear the stuff that he says and kind of get a general idea of what
Okay,
it's like.
for
So
those
here we
of
go.
you who don't know, Grizzly is my everyday dip. But
Same here. It's no coincidence why people like Grizzly. Grizzly, I gotta be quite frank with you people. Grizzly really has just that, to me, really tough dip. That dip that really just hits you hard when you first take it in. And some people like it, some people don't. But anyway, let's keep going.
for those of you who don't like it or never tried it, which I find very hard to believe.
There are some people who don't like it and some people who have never tried it. And that's okay. I get it. I understand it. For me, I totally get it because people are going to have a mixed bag reaction to this. Whether it's good or bad, they're going to have different reactions. Some people may have the same reaction as all of us, just like, oh, it's good. I like it. And then some people are going to be like, because they hate it. Cheers. And it's okay. It's not for every single person. You just gotta kind of remember the important part here is that if you like it, dip it. If you don't do it.
We got an unopened can today.
I like how he shows the can. He literally showed the can like this, which proves to the audience, yeah, it's unopened. Some people have asked me, well, conservative, why do you get very nitpicky when it comes to watching reviews and seeing people just not show the can? It it's like an OCD thing for me because, for one, if you're going to do a dip review and it's about the product, you do want to show the can that either it is open or unopened. And normally, if you're doing like a dip review, you want to do it where it's unopened and you open it in front of the camera so that people can see that this is a genuine live reaction, that there was no little quirky thing done to the can, or that's not allegedly really dip, because some people can, put the dip elsewhere and then they'll put like coffee grounds or something that looks like dip or whatever they can that gets close to dip, maybe fake dip, put it in there and then trick people to thinking that's really dip, but it's not. And that's not really authentic and a really good way to be doing videos. So when it comes to authenticness with dip reviews, don't crack the can until you're going to do it in front of the camera, which he is doing.
So, without further ado,
Oh, there's a kitty in the background, a little kitty cat. Wow. Kitty's like, I want to be on the television, not Teletubbies. But you can hear him cracking it. I've got my freaking speaker over here that I'm got so that you guys can hear it better. But you can hear him cracking that can. It, the most beautiful sound I will ever say for a dipper, to me, is the sound of the can being cracked. Brand new, fresh can. And oh God, I am going to enjoy it because I'm going to be doing that here pretty soon. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. But the sound of the can being cracked is something that to me is really special. And it's just the greatest sound. Oh, the kitty! Hey, kitty! He's got a kitty in the background, so cute. But he does the cat. You can't see the cat, but you can hear the cat.
opens up here.
I like how he does it too. He just packed it kind of like I do, just like that. That was just. He knows what he's doing. Obviously, given the name Lucky Dipper.
No cats. Come on.
Oh, and Lucky Dipper, if you do happen to watch this, dude, good job. Oh, come on. Don't be mean to the kitty. Bro, the kitty just wants like a 5 second of fame. Come on. Give the kitty 5 seconds of fame without giving him dip. Poor cat. He's just not having it with the cat today. Oh, and he showed it too. The way he even showed it exactly how I would do it, like that. Perfect. Exactly perfect. Really job done well there, sir. Good job, Lucky Dipper. Proud of you. That was good. Because that's another thing that annoys me. It's when people do dip reviews and they don't know what they're doing and they hold it like this to the point where the dip ends up going out. Yep, you just wasted a whole brand new can of dip. Congratulations. Not. That just gets under my skin. I know I'm very nitpicky when it comes to the video, but you got to remember because I am a editor, I'm a co-producer, damn talent. So that's kind of why I'm a little nitpicky. And that's why I don't do very many reactions because some people might not like how I give my advice or say, ugh, come on, do better. Yeah, that wasn't good. But this one, he's doing very good with this. He's got a good chunk. No lip pull. He didn't lip pull. He just plugged it in. Got her in, just flinged the rest off. Like, that's it. Minus that. Whatever that was. I don't know what. Well, he was just spitting. Probably the excess dip out, but so far so good. I'm liking it.
So,
Good.
I, the first dip that I ever had was a Grizzly, and I think that might be why I like it so much.
If you dipped it for a long time, if that was your first ever dip, yeah, you're kind of gonna lean towards your favorite dip, obviously, because if you dipped it a lot, you know that's what you like. If it feels right to you, it feels good for you, then go for it. Mine was Copenhagen Wintergreen. My first ever dip, I think, was Cope Wintergreen, and oi, it wasn't bad, but it's nothing like Grizzly. First time I had Grizzly, woo, that bit me in the butt.
Much. Um, the reason that
And he's outside, so he doesn't need to grab like a bottle or a mud jug or anything. He can just spit outside freely, which I respect. That's good.
it's my everyday dip gives me the nicotine I need without breaking the bank.
Yeah, it used to be not very expensive, and Grizzly used to be called the welfare bear for a reason. It was cheap, affordable, and it really did give you the buzz that you wanted. And it was one of the dips, many dips, that started making a name for themselves besides Stoker's. Stoker's is good too. I'll give it to Stoker's. But Grizzly really did good. They did good back then. But now it's like really expensive to get just one can of Grizzly in certain states. You're paying like 850, 875 for a single can, and like 40, $50 for a roll in certain states. It's ridiculous, but they're no longer called the welfare bear for a reason.
Um, Grizzly is actually a fairly cheap dip.
And not anymore, if you really think about this. This video was done 4 years ago. So probably 4 years ago, yeah, Grizzly was maybe like $4 or $5 at least. Maybe. Now it's like $8. It's ridiculous. Inflation.
Not as cheap as like Longhorn Stokers and all that.
Oh, Longhorn. Oh, God. Okay, I know I'm still shitting on Longhorn after I've done reviews with it, but still, Longhorn is my least favorite, still to this day. And there are a few people that know my reaction to Longhorn is not so great. That's my least favorite.
But much cheaper than Copenhagen and Kodiak.
Copenhagen, yeah, I think they're still a little bit expensive now. Nowadays, they are a little bit expensive. Kodiak, because it's made from the same company as Grizzly and Cougar, you're probably more thinking along the lines like they're going to be about maybe $8 a can. Copenhagen probably, I'm guessing maybe six something per can. For a roll, you're probably thinking like 30, $40 maybe nowadays.
Um,
Let me know how much dip is in your
I
area.
think that, as you can see, we took some out here. The wetness of it, I think it's just perfect, but that's like just my opinion.
I like how he did that. It's he described the feeling, the texture as somewhat moist. In his opinion, it's perfect, which I I like. I will give him credit to that because yeah, everyone has their own opinion about Grizzly or certain dips. Some are good, some are not so good. But I do like Grizzly because wintergreen especially because it most of the time when I get it, it's moist. It's not dried up like some other alleged dips are that are very cheap. But the dip in itself does have really good feel to it.
Um, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Simply
Ooh, 8 out of 10. Oh boy, that's a good rating.
because Grizzly actually does dry out fast.
That kind of is true. If you leave it out and you don't have the can lid, yeah, it dries out. And yes, it can even dry out, even probably with the lid on. So yeah, that kind of does happen sometimes with Grizzly. I most of the time when I'm dipping Grizzly, it doesn't go dry unless there's like the little tiny teensy weensy leftovers that I just don't care about. The particles that to me aren't going to make a bigger difference. But when I dip, I mainly go through a can within a day or two. And it doesn't last very long for it to dry out for me. So that's just me. But also that's because I dip a lot.
If you leave a can sit for a couple of days, it actually dries out. At least in my opinion, it does.
It can, yes. It can do that, yes. Very much so.
So, but definitely, if you're looking for a budget dip that actually tastes decent,
Which Grizzly to me does have a decent taste.
definitely go Grizzly. But well, till next time.
See what it once he did so good, but there was a few things I think he kind of did forget. The pinchability, packability, the buzz, the spitability. He kind of forgot those, in my opinion. But that wasn't too bad. Um, I don't mind it really, honestly.
Oh my God. I just went to the store to get me a roll of dip. I told that cashier
This is a new guy.
I wanted a roll of grizzly wintergreen. And she looked behind her and pointed in the corner. They just got it in today. And she said, "You sure you don't want one of them first?" I looked at it and my eyes went like this. I said, "You damn right I want it."
And I know exactly what he's probably talking about, the 6-in-1 can.
It is capacity of 6 cans.
Yep.
And it's only 1 can.
It's a 6-in-1 can. God, you guys probably have heard me talk about the 6-in-1 can a lot and how I miss that can. I miss those cans a lot because those 6-in-1 cans, yeah, was my nightmare because I ended up having to do a challenge with it, and I was not really thrilled to do it, but I did it anyway. But 6-in-1 cans really do good to me. In my honest opinion, they are kind of better than getting a roll if you want to think about it.
Look at that! What is that?
That's a big ass can, Bubba. And this is Grizzly Redneck, by the way. I don't think he's done anything lately, but uh, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a real good guy. Look at his eye. I wish you guys could see this. His eyes are like about to bulge out of his head. He's like, "What is this? What is this heathenry?"
Oh my God! Look,
Calm down, Bubba. Don't get yourself an aneurysm or a heart attack. He's just all over it. It's funny because I remember when I first got the 6-in-1 can, I was so excited. I was like the same way. What is this heathenry? What is this stuff? This is witchcraftery. There is no way that this holds 6 cans. Come to find out, when I did actually empty a normal 6-in-1 can before I did the challenge, I bought a couple, but before I did the challenge, I bought a roll plus one more can to see if it did hold 6, and yeah, it did. Wow, it's incredible. It's a beautiful, beautiful can. I like it. Uh, I want to look for a good one.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is the Diversified Dippers. This is Mr. Doc, and I don't have a name yet. All right. Well, today we are going down U Highway in Crocker, Missouri, because one of my good friends got in a real bad car wreck the other night, and they don't know if he's gonna make it.
This was like 8 years ago that this video was made. But damn,
And his dad wanted us to go find his hat, so we're gonna go down there and try to find his hat. But anyway, today we're gonna be doing a dip review over Grizzly Premium Wintergreen, and I just got this in today. It's a Dip Run mud jug here, signed by all the cats. You see Outlaw up there. Outlaw, I'm giving you a shout out, 'cause I love your videos, man. And then
yeah, I miss Outlaw. I really do. I miss Outlaw doing his dip reviews because every time he did his dip reviews, it was funny. You never knew what he was going to do and how he was going to react to it. But getting a dip run mud jug, that's pretty good. That's awesome. That's something definitely that is a great commodity or a great thing to have, especially if it's signed by every single one of the guys, like Darcy, Outlaw, Mud Jug One, which is Darcy, Chris Stips One. That's pretty
and
cool.
says, what's the worst that can happen? All this stuff here. Yeah, pretty happy. So I think $29.99 on mudjug.com if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I think right now Mud Jug is owned by Redneck Nation, or part of it I think is owned by Redneck Nation. And people ask me about why I not use my mud jugs anymore. And there are certain reasons I have. But I'm not going to go too much into details other than I didn't like how allegedly things happened with somebody that was supposedly part of Redneck Nation and a country hip hop rap artist. I didn't like what happened between them and how things kind of allegedly perspired to turn into a big fiasco of clusterfuck. And that's kind of why I backed away from Mud Jug.
Well, yeah,
But if you still got a Mud Jug, use it.
let's go ahead and throw us in a pinch. I don't mean to take too much off you, Outlaw, but you're about the only.
And some people do say I kind of used to act a little bit like Outlaw, and now he's trying. It's funny. It's funny when you watch a lot of Outlaw, you kind of start picking up some of his characteristic traits of how he talks, his mannerisms. It's kind of funny. Some
Person I
people
know
do
that
it.
does this shit. So, finish off this can. Ain't got a whole bunch.
No lip pinch, no lip pulling. He just puts it in.
Thank you.
Dude in the driving the car just, yep, I bet it is.
Yeah, that was coming. Yeah. I just pulled this out of the can. There's a wintergreen out the freezer. So, hopefully it tastes pretty good. That's it. Yeah. Hey, this is my first dip review, if you guys don't know. So, let's see how this goes. I think it's a pretty big pinch of this Grizzly Grizzly Premium Wintergreen Long.
It almost said dark wintergreen, which kind of funny. I've almost done that before.
Right?
Boy, he double dipped. He killed one can and now he's putting another little tiny pinch from a new can. Ouch. I have done that before where I've double dipped. Excuse me, and it can get you. It really can. It can hit faster. If you want that buzz, it goes faster.
Liking that. Alright. For the longest time, I used to chew Copenhagen Wintergreen Long Cut.
Yep. Same.
Alright, now, when I was working at my scout camp about 2 years ago, actually 2 summers ago, summer 2016, I was the only person that chewed. Everybody else smoked. And so it was really hard to find me to chew. And then one of my buddies said, "Oh yeah, I'll get it for you since you're 16 years old." So I started chewing.
Probably something I wouldn't have said out loud, but understandable. I dipped when I was younger too. And that's why I always do these disclaimers, because I don't want young people to try to do what I do or what other dippers do, because of the biggest factor that, one, it's not a really good habit to get into. It can be very expensive. It can just turn into an addiction that at a young age you don't need to do. And most of the time it's because I would rather have, honestly, the younger generation save money and spend money wisely, in my opinion, because it can get really expensive. And the addiction can be really difficult sometimes to overcome if you allegedly have, like, a, let's say, an addictive personality. It could be very difficult to overcome. And especially like if you start at a young age, you're gonna want to keep doing it because your body at first may not like it, but then later your body's like, okay, the fake dopamines that dip creates is enjoyable. Your body loves it and wants more of it. And you don't want that. You just want to have real, actual dopamines, not the fake shit that dip.
It's hard to find me too. And then one of my buddies said, "Oh yeah, I'll get it for you since you're 16 years old." So I started chewing the crap out of it. About 2 cans a day.
I don't really think I go through 2 cans. I go through like 1.5 cans per day.
Eventually, I like it now. If I smell it, I get sick. It makes me nauseous.
Wow. That happens sometimes when you smell a certain dip and your body's like, nope, I am not going to enjoy this. You're going to suffer.
I can't even have it in my lip. But it's probably one of my most favorite dips. And I recently discovered here the joys of Grizzly Premium Wintergreen. It's not as overpowering as Copenhagen Wintergreen.
And I will disagree with that because I do think Grizzly is a lot more powerful and Cope is least powerful to me in my opinion, but that's because I've dipped it a lot. I do not mind once in a while if somebody like offered me a pinch of Cope Wintergreen, I'd be fine with it. But it just wouldn't be the same for me as like me doing Grizzly or Cougar in that sense. To me, it's a lot stronger. Cougar and Grizzly are both a lot stronger.
Is,
But they might have changed things too a little bit. I don't know. But that's kind of something else too that a lot of people don't take into consideration is that sometimes dip companies do change their ingredients and change things around a little bit to see what might work. And if these little bitty changes work, then they'll stay with it for a while. But if it doesn't, then yeah, they won't do it. They'll just be like, yeah, now we'll go back to the old ways.
and it's softer. Like, I get gated around pretty easily.
It is a little bit softer, but people have said that it kind of seems rough for them, like sandpaper ish. But I don't really notice it because again, I've gotten gator lip. I've had this. I've dipped on this side for a long time, and that's my dip side that I always throw my dip in. And to me, it doesn't really feel any different. It's just like, okay, it's another day for me. Sometimes you notice small things in your body, the changes or the feeling, and you got to pay attention to that because very important that you pay attention to it because if you're going to be a dipper and you know that it makes you feel uncomfortable in one side or whatever, then you gotta switch sides where you gotta give one side a rest, go to the other side. It's okay to do that.
So, and when I chewed Grizzly Premium Wintergreen,
Dipped, but okay.
it don't give me gator mouth unless I have a huge pinch in.
He keeps calling it chew, which fine, but I call it dip. because that's the correct term, but I'm not trying to be politically correct here, but I'm just stating the facts and obvious. But no, Grizzly is a little bit better for me in my opinion. I like it. If if I were to say um Cougar is kind of a good one too. Cougar is just about on that same level to me as Grizzly. And I like it.
For half an hour, 45 minutes.
Half an hour, 45 minutes is how long that dip lasts. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
But this is probably one of my favorites right now. I'm one of them. If I taste the same thing over and over again, I can't dip for a long time. Like Copenhagen straight.
But some people have mentioned also that when they continuously have dipped Grizzly, it just to them gets to that point where you don't want to dip it again. For me, I don't know why. I can continuously dip this. I could like have no problem dipping this. To me, if I were to go for like Grizzly Dark Wintergreen, it would be okay, but it wouldn't be the same as what I'm dipping now. Grizzly Mint wouldn't be the same as what I'm dipping now. It's just this is kind of my go-to dip, the same way as this guy here. It's one of my dips that I really enjoy, and I don't get tired of it. But some people do, and that's okay. If you get tired of one specific dip, find another dip that you like or another flavor of that from that same company possibly that you might like and try it out.
I used to chew the shit out of Copenhagen straight.
I can't do any straight dips. That's just no. You gotta be a savage to do. You gotta be an animal to do it. For me, any straight dip, just no. I know in California, supposedly they banned flavored tobacco stuff, and I think in Cali you're only allowed to get it straight dip or a natty dip. Yeah, I can't do that. That's just that.
Now it's just like every once in a while dip, like Copenhagen's other one. I used to chew that pretty good too. But now Grizzly Wintergreen.
Yeah, I dipped Copenhagen Wintergreen a lot. I dipped the shit out of it. It was just my go-to dip, and I kind of did finally at one point come to the realization I am getting tired of this. I can't do this anymore. I need something different, and that's when, to me, the same kind of epiphany happened with him that I have to do something stronger because I'm getting way too comfortable with the dip I'm doing now.
That and I also used to chew Grizzly Dark Wintergreen a lot. And it's the same point as Copenhagen Wintergreen is to me. No, but
Copenhagen Dark, totally different to me. Um, More cured than Cope Wintergreen. The flavors, the last time I had it, I was not really pleased with it. But the time before last, when it was absolutely great, the cut was great, the pinch belly, the pack belly was great. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind not Cope, Grizzly Dark Wintergreen. It was one of those that I would not dip a lot of, but I would dip it once in a while. But to me, it didn't really give me that much of a buzz.
And still like it is every once in a while dip, not too much,
Yeah.
but a can, but like once a month ain't too. It tastes not exactly pretty good. It's not as really overpowering. If you guys get what I'm saying, like it's a more mellow wintergreen than say Copenhagen. I've never had Skull wintergreen.
Skull wintergreen. Nasty. Just, I can't. I've dipped Skull wintergreen, and never again will I.
I'm not a fan of Skull, but I've had Longhorn.
Yeah. Mm-mm. For all you that are my longtime viewers and you know me well enough, Longhorn and Skull are the two that I just will not give a good review, or not a review, but good rating on, because they're not my favorite. They're my least favorite.
Red Seal, and
I do want to try Red Seal at some point. I've heard it's okay.
Copenhagen, of course, and Grizzly. And so far, out of Grizzly wintergreen, I love it. So
He's doing okay. It's just not a big, normal, typical review like I do, but he's explaining a lot of why he loves it, and he's doing some comparison, which I like, but at the same time, kind of should focus a little bit on that review.
that's just my take on it. Everybody has their own type of deal with it, like shoes they prefer. Like I know Outlaw, he likes to choose Copenhagen wintergreen, but now it's Grizzly dark wintergreen because everybody likes to change it every once in a while.
And that's okay. I do too sometimes.
But yeah, that's it for the review today. Subscribe if you like to. Like the video. Get it blown up. I like to get my own channel going.
But yeah, this is some of the reviews that people have done. And everyone has their own way to review videos. And I do it differently. But anyway, that's just me. So, all right, guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what your favorite dip is if you are a dipper, and what's your least favorite dip. And until next time, love you guys and gals out there. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.